Hello everybody, and welcome back to another video here, another episode of Factorio Heavily Modded. We've got the game running at 2x speed. I'm going to be watching it here and telling you what's going on. So, we're, I guess this first thing I'm trying to do is set up a mall chest for coal. And I don't like that location. I move it down lower so it makes more sense here. So this way, instead of pulling it out of the off the conveyor belt, it actually pulls it out of the depot. So that's that. In the last episode, we set up our power generation here with a couple burner generators. And now we're going to go get some zircon to route over to our stone brick makers, because they require zircon to smelt stone bricks. So we're going to go over here through, make some transport belts in our crafting workbench and some inserters and everything we basically need to do what we've got to do. So then we're going to come around, take our mining drill here just to clear out the trees on the way. We're going to head over to this zircon patch and pick some up. Thank you all so much for watching this video as we go. We're just starting here, but I just wanted to really extend my thanks for that. I know I'm not the most consistent, but I really am trying to be more consistent now. Everything's gone crazy. Of course, I've had a baby and everything else, but I really appreciate you all watching. So definitely, like, subscribe, and continue looking out for new content, especially if you like this series, because I'm planning on continuing this series for a while. I'm going to attempt daily uploading of this series at the moment, but that might change, and I may even not be able to do it. I don't know. We'll just have to see. But, yep, keep an eye out for it. It does take me a while to edit these videos, because mainly due to the rendering time. I'm just using a free program called DaVinci Resolve. It definitely takes a minute, of course, because I'm doing a voiceover, so I have to first set the speed of the video playback to double the speed, and then I have to sit here and watch it over again and record my audio with Audacity here while I'm watching the video. I'm sure there's a way to record the audio in the editing software, but I'm just going to be using Audacity because it's easier for me. But anyway, so it does take a while. It takes about, almost nearly the same, if not a little longer, than the actual editing, watching and voiceover time, that as it does to render the video so that I can put it on YouTube. So definitely, like, subscribe, whatever you want to do that to help support this channel and show me that it would be good for me to keep making these videos. But anyway, we're finishing setting up this zircon line here. We're going to place a splitter there in the middle. And one thing about this mod pack, I don't know exactly which mod changes it, but creating transport belts and creating splitters requires the making of, I think it's engines. So they're a lot more involved than they used to be. So yeah, it takes a while. But anyway, we're going to make a few tech cards. We're going to research automation cores, because our goal is to get to being able to make the next level of inserters, so we can finally start to use our power system. Because we have all this electricity, but we're not doing anything with it. So we're going to make some inserters to start using it, and to keep us from having to continue to put coal in all of these different buildings. There we go. You see, I'm looking into legit automation, because that would be really nice to get some better assemblers. But I just wanted to see what all is burners. I can't remember what I was looking for at that point, but I was looking for something. There we go. The burner assembly machine was what I was looking for. So, let's see here. I think at this point I'm about to use the to-do list to show what I'm trying to do. set a quest for us to do so. I don't know when I actually do that. There we go. We're going to connect up those inserters, basically replace them, do the same thing over here with the stone. Do the same. We're not going to do the same thing with the coal because obviously burner inserters can power themselves from coal, so there's no point. We're going to do the same thing with the aluminum, and I'm not sure if we do the zircon or not. I can't remember. I think I do go out there and do it at some point, but to start out with, we just do these. So we're going to replace each inserter with an electric inserter. I think I rearranged the power lines a little bit there because they weren't quite reaching correctly. While I'm doing that, let me drink a little bit of water and hydrate. So yeah, just slowly replacing each inserter as I get them crafted in my inventory here. Refilling the coal in the furnaces. Alright. There we go, reconnecting the power lines there. And do I take it out to the zircon? I can't remember. I'm trying to see. But anyway, so we've got automation cores now, so which allows us to make... Oh, that was what I was trying to do, to make more burner assemblers. So now we can use assemblers to automate things. So we're going to come down here, and I think we're working on... Well, I know we're working on automating basic tech cards, but I think I used the quest mod, the to-do list mod, to put that up there so that we have it as a quest and we can check it off, I think. But so this mod pack has two types of assemblers. It has 2x2 assemblers, and it has 3x3, or yeah, 3x3 assemblers. Which the 2x2 assemblers can only make single item recipes, so mainly intermediate items. Like for instance, right there, I use them for iron sticks and iron gears, which are just intermediates, and then it goes into automation cores in a 3x3 assembler to make the automation cores, because they take 3 items to make. So now we're going to work on piping aluminum plates over. Well, not piping, but you know, transporting aluminum plates via transport belts here. Continue to make some more of those. Put a chest there for automation cores. We're just going to hold one stack at a time and grab them when we need them. And now we're going to make some underground belts to go underneath there, slowly setting up our hotbar with things as we get them. And now we have automated automation cores. But the reason I set it to one stack instead of a whole chest is because we don't need all that many automation cores for handcrafting, and then at least not at the moment. And then at the same time, it'll keep us from burning through all of our iron plates. So we're now going to start researching a few of the different basic tech cards, some of the cheaper researches, because I wanted to just get it over with, just to get through those things. So let's take those tech cards and we're going to place them in our research lab. And I do actually build another lab to kind of speed up the research process, which I then get rid of in a minute. I switch to just the 2 burner labs in a minute, but you'll see why. But there we go. We're now researching with 3 labs to go ahead and speed up the research process. While that research is going, I'm then going to come over here and add a few barricades back that I had extra. We're researching med packs. We're researching copper processing, which allows us to mine and to smelt copper plates. And we're also going to research military technology, the first one, so that way we can get we can refill our ammo, as well as get shotguns and machine guns crafted if we need to, or if we lose the one we have somehow. Which I don't think we ever lose that one, but anyway. Typically, so we started with a machine gun and some ammo because of the mod that I have that gives us a little bit of a better start. I think that's actually what it's called, is better start. But of course, the like I said, the construction bots and everything that come with it, you can't use those until the you get to a certain point in Factorio 2, because the solar panel does not work for the power suit. Anyway, so we're going to go through here. We're doubling our aluminum production at the moment because we need some more aluminum to satisfy not only our automation cores, but our next project as well. So I had done something a little different, weird there, so now I'm fixing that. Alright, so we're going to check. We're checking, we've got plenty of aluminum and plenty of coal still. I was just checking to see how big of the patch is, because you can see there's some spots where they've already mined through some aluminum there and gotten rid of the ore deposits. So we have a small patch of copper right here as well. We just needed some more wood to go ahead and encase these furnaces here. And encase the rest of these this automation core assemblers. I'm just gonna put more efficiency into how I built those there. And we're gonna walk over here and encase the zircon mining depot as well, even though it's unlikely to get attacked, being so far out here from the rest of the base, but at the same time it's still possible, so just better to go ahead and put some barricades around it. So let's see here. I do go ahead and delete that and just replace it with a conveyor, so we can just walk in and out from that area instead of having to go all the way around. Alright. Here we go. Quest log. So we're going to create a new quest to automate the basic tech cards. And I put a quest in there anyway in the description, but there's no real point to it. So that's our next goal. So I'm going to be using that quest mod there to not only help with letting you guys know what I'm doing at the moment, but also to help me as I'm recording this voiceover here to see what am I trying, what's my goal here, what am I trying to do. That way it's a lot easier for me than just trying to guess and try and remember what I was doing at the time. So here we go. We're going to go ahead and run power over here to the zircon so that we can put some assemblers over there, or I mean not assemblers, inserters over there that are electric instead of burners. And then I, for some reason, decided I was going to run it all the way down the conveyor belt, but I then remembered, hey, we've got power right next to it. Let's just run it there. Go ahead and replace those inserters, and now we're running a little bit faster, getting that zircon on the conveyor belt when it comes in through the mining drones. Now we're going to create some more mining drones to put 4 in each depot to speed up our mining process. That you'll see in a minute, it doesn't really matter, but for now, that's what we're going to do. So yeah, we're placing those mining drones in each area here. Just getting those set up. Now we're going to work on getting the burner assemblers and such set up for the tech cards that we decided to automate. I'm going to set the 6 stack limit for this chest just to keep us from burning through a lot of coal. You can see finally our burner generators are actually activating to power our inserters because we weren't really consuming enough power until just now, and you see they're still only active some of the time because we're still not consuming a ton of power. We will definitely be consuming a ton of power soon, don't worry about that. But for now, we're not consuming that much power. So I accidentally set this up backwards where I'm using the 3x3 burner assembler to make cable and the 2x2 to make the tech cards, and I didn't realize that but until just a second later. After I go ahead and set everything up, of course. So we'll see that in just a minute where I'm going to fix that problem. I set up this extra chest just for wood at the moment. That'll change eventually as well. But yeah, so here we go. I'm going to put this, and then I realized, oh wait, that's different than the one I had, and it can't make science. So then I switch them around because I realized that those work. That was right then was when I figured out, oh hey, you have to use the 2x2 with smaller recipes. And this is where I go ahead and place the correct inserter or assembler here to make the tech cards. I was trying to put wood in there as fuel, so I went ahead and fixed that. Now we're making basic tech cards. I put them into a chest for just a second, and then so we checked that off our list. They're now automated technically. But then I realized, hey, why are we putting them into a chest when I could just bring the labs over here and do the research over here instead? But I think it takes me a minute to do that. I'm not sure exactly how long it does take me, but we're going to find out here in a second. So we're just going to use a splitter here to help, because you see the cable factory is stealing all of the aluminum plates off the line, which means none of them are getting to our automation core factory. So we're just going to split it off. That way they get even amounts of aluminum here, and we're not hogging it all for the plates. And yes, I know it's belt spaghetti. That will be fixed at a later date. Now we're going to research automation tech cards. They are the red tech cards, and they are the next level of science. And here we go. Now I'm realizing, hey, let's just move the labs over here to the tech card assembler. So I do that, and I'm going to once again put barricades back around it. But right now I'm going to put the labs down to where we can just feed the science into them and have no issues here. We now have another wave of enemies coming towards us, and so I wanted to finish the barricades, and now we're going to wait here because I think they're coming from this side. I walk out a little ways to see if I can see them coming, and I can't, so I end up going back, and they eventually just attack us from like all sides. It's pretty bad. So I'm now just standing in the base watching, okay, where am I getting attacked from? I can see it down at the bottom. There was some, but they are actually mainly attacking the upper area up here and the main base over there. And it's very important to get these away from the main base because that's where, you know, at the moment that we're still using those things for the power and such, there's still some guys, spitters or biters or something over there attacking the main base that I don't realize quite yet. I'm sure y'all could see them over there. Yep, you see they've moved to another part of the wall. But I can't actually shoot across these walls, so at this point I think I'm safe. Okay, I think it's over, but it's not. There's still more coming in to attack us, and they're going to kill all of those mining drones that we worked so hard to create. And And they destroyed most of our depots. So we saved the coal depot, and the zircon depot didn't even get attacked because it's so far away from the rest of our stuff. But these guys are just, yeah, they're all over the place trying to kill us. That's going to be probably not this episode, but the next episode we're probably going to work on defenses because that's very important. But right now we're just trying to keep the rest of them and kill them because there's still some attacking us. And then after we get rid of all of these guys, we're going to try and rebuild what we had so that we can just be back to where we were. Just repair everything, rebuild whatever was broken. And there was still some more attacking us. So what I'm saying is they'll retreat and then come back, regroup and then come back and attack you again. So we're just finishing off the stragglers here. Hopefully that was the rest of them. I think it might have been. We're going to, once again, like I said, just go around and repair what we have had damaged and try and replace whatever was completely destroyed. You see 3 of our mining depots are gone, which is a huge iron deficit because of that. So it's very important for us to get defenses up soon. At the moment, like I said, it won't happen this video, but we're going to work on that in the next one. The problem with this mod pack, because of the rampant AI, but also because of all the different resources that you have to use for all of the different intermediates, it just takes so much extra resources to set up defenses because you have to build, like, there in this mod pack there's a machine gun that you can place down and get into and fire it, manually. But the problem is that because the base has to be so spread out for all these different resources that we need, we can't just do that because then we run into the issue of, well, now it's these biters can be attacking somewhere in the base that we can't reach with our defense system. So yeah. And it's basically the same machine gun that we've got already, so it really doesn't change anything, except that we just won't be able to be mobile while we're doing it. So we're now rebuilding those mining depots, and unfortunately we don't have enough iron to build the drones, so we have to wait on the iron to do that. But I pull out my mining vehicle and I help along our single mining drone here in the iron, just to get some extra iron. Once again, I'm trying to find the AI. This is where I start to realize, well, actually, I think we have to research in order to get the AI working on these mining drones. But anyway, you might notice my username says Ben Producting Videos. That was because I was stupid and young when I made it, because I love this game and I've had it for forever. And that was when my channel name was Ben Producting Videos. I've since changed it to Ben Producing Videos because obviously that makes more sense. And I actually learned how to spell. But anyway, I don't know that I think I tried to change Factorio username, but I don't know that I could or something like that. I can't remember. I think there was something happening to it that when I changed it, I didn't know. I think you can only change it like one time, and I didn't want to change it and then regret it. So we're just going to stick with what we've got for now. Once again, we're just waiting on iron to rebuild the drones. I think at some point I realized, hey, we've still got 4 drones over here mining coal, and the coal is full. We don't need all those drones mining coal, so let me steal a couple of those. Yep, here we go. And I'll put them in the aluminum to get aluminum back up and running as well. I also don't realize quite yet that the chest for the automation cores has been destroyed. I don't know if I realized that at all this video. I might have realized that, but I'm not sure. Alright, our research has completed for automation tech cards. Those automation tech cards and the blank tech cards, which we will have to have for every other tech card in this mod pack, can only be made in an assembly. You can't handcraft them like the basic ones. So we now have to really work towards automating those. For now, though, in order to do our simple basic researches, we're going to use the ship assemblers that were left over to create those for us. We're going to research the belt balancer technology. Those belt balancers are very useful. Instead of having to have a splitter and create a balancer yourself, what it will do is you just place it down and it'll automatically balance the belt that goes into it and puts it through to the output on the other side. So it's very useful. Unfortunately, I found that they only really work on straight pieces of belts. They will work on, like, if you input it straight or input it at an angle and then go out onto a straight piece, but it doesn't like to, go in from one side and then go out to the other, to another angle. Basically, the output has to be straight from the balancer no matter what. At least from what I've tested and found. But now we're making the automation tech cards, enough just to research this belt balancer, so that is that. We're just waiting on this final one to finish here. We're going to go ahead and... Oh, that's not the final one. This is the final one. We need 20 automation tech cards and 20 blank tech cards in order to... Not blank, basic tech cards in order to research this. So we're going to come stick those automation tech cards into our lab, and they will automatically get distributed to the other one whenever each one needs it. Just waiting on the research to complete here. We're going to go and set some quests. So these are the quests we're going to work on, I think, in the next video. Automate automation tech cards is going to be our first quest here. We also see better base defense. Yep, that's another thing we need to work on. And then I think I make one more quest that I think it's to research the next tech card, which is the logistics tech card. Well, no, it's actually to make greenhouses for wood for the basic tech cards. So greenhouses are the quickest way to get automatic wood production instead of having to go and harvest it from trees. And we need that automatic wood production in order to completely and fully automate the basic tech cards. So yeah, then the last quest is going to be to research logistics tech cards, and from there we'll continue to work on more and more quests. So those are going to be our 4 quests for the next video. We may not finish all of them, but we might get through some of them. This is where I looked through my achievements. I wanted to see if we could go back and look at the milestones, but I couldn't really figure that out, and you can see me pressing a few different buttons. I'm also just looking at our factory, seeing what we're making, how much we're making, how much we're consuming. So we're actually producing decent amount of stuff, but not quite. You see it over the potential. Our potential for some of our items are pretty low. So this is where I just started pressing buttons trying to find the milestones, but I couldn't quite find any. I'm sure there's some way to find them, but I couldn't quite figure it out. So just looking at what we've done, we see we've played for 2 hours on this world now. And thanks so much for watching, everybody. Like and subscribe. This is me signing off, and I've been producing videos. Thanks for watching.